Hey guys, this is my second ever YouTube video. Just bear with me. Today I thought I'd talk about grad quotes. So most high schools, like grade 12 students, choose a caption for their yearbook photo. But for a lot of people, myself included, it's a toss-up between submitting something serious and something a little sillier. To make your decision a little bit easier, I've compiled a list of possible yearbook quotes. Some are profound, others are ridiculous, but they're all from some pretty unlikely places. Number 1. A problem is just a misunderstood opportunity. When I found this, I liked it immediately. You know, it's clear, it's profound, it's insightful. But what I liked most about it was that it's from the cartoon Kim Possible. Recently, I rewatched the entire series. I found this quote on episode 76 during a scene where one of the side characters is convincing the show's villain to open a cupcakery. Number 2. I'm not dumb, I just have a command of thoroughly useless information. So on the serious to silly spectrum, this one definitely falls among the latter. But when your classmates Google Bill Watterson, they'll realize he was the guy that wrote Calvin and Hobbes. I dare you to find someone more worth quoting. Number 3. A lot of truth is said in jest. Eminem. Basically any profound statements made by rap artists, pop singers, Kardashians. In these, you have the perfect recipe for a memorable yearbook caption. They're surprising, they're funny, and they can still be pretty insightful. Number 4. Everything in life is luck by Donald Trump. So this is probably the perfect quote to use if you want to quote Donald Trump ironically. I'll just assume that everyone who wants to quote Donald Trump is doing it ironically. If you want people to think of you as an asshole, there are probably far better ways to go about it than choosing a sincere Donald Trump quote for your yearbook. And as far as ironic quotes go, Trump is a safer bet than somebody like Hitler or Joseph Stalin, whose words, no matter how uplifting, will probably offend somebody. So the Trump quote I included is probably your best bet, but basically any Donald Trump quote you use is going to sound ironic. In fact, you could always opt for one of his more inspiring quotes, like, "You have to think anyway, so why not think big?" and probably still get the same effect. I suppose it's ironic that my Donald Trump impression made it look like I was wearing a hijab. Number 5. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real? At the very least, quoting Jaden Smith's Twitter feed is sure to give your classmates a laugh, and it'll probably leave them with a lasting impression of you that 3 years of high school together just wasn't enough to create. The beauty of Jaden Smith quotes is that they're sometimes completely ridiculous, and other times just comically profound. For every post that says, "Dying is mainstream," #money, there's a, "We need to stop teaching youth about the past and encourage them to change the future." Number 6. Life is like a cup of coffee. It's always better with cake. Now, this isn't something my grandma said as much as it's just some total bullshit I made up on the spot, but it's presumably something somebody's grandma has said at some point. Basically what I'm saying is just quote your grandma, quote your grandpa, or better yet, ask your grandma what her favorite quote is and just attribute it to her, because this is a high school yearbook and not a fully cited term paper. Number 7. It takes less courage to criticize the decisions of others than to stand by your own. Attila the Hun. Life's too short not to quote Attila the Hun. And while I think that previous statement would make an equally great grad quote, maybe just stick to quoting Attila the Hun. Not only is his name inexplicably fun to say, he is so dead by now, it's completely okay to use him in your yearbook. Number 8. Follow your passion. Stay true to yourself. Never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path. By all means, you should follow that. When all else fails, just quote Ellen. Everybody in your school could use this exact same quote and it would be okay. Because it's Ellen. Quoting Ellen in your yearbook is like getting a speeding ticket. If enough people didn't do it, they'd have to raise taxes. So I'd love to know what you thought of the video and what you chose as your high school grad quote. Just let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching and make sure to subscribe. Thanks.
Can everybody shout hey yo to Mrs. Couch Potato? She's in her own world in the state of San Diego. Drives a 98, her wage of mine is way low. Pop's little girl, but he ain't too proud to say it. Now I'm saying how the hell I'm gonna stop her.